Hi, I'm Taliah Payne and I work with Perpetual Private's Native Title team, managing native title trusts on behalf of our private clients. And I'm here talking with Krista Dunstan today. So Krista, what was it like growing up in Esperance as a young Aboriginal woman?
Pretty amazing. You spend all of your time out at the beach, definitely a beach bum. It's probably one of the things I miss most being here in Perth. And just camping on the weekends with family, a lot of time fishing, out on the motorbikes in the dunes, and just, I guess, it has a much slower pace, just being with family and friends and really valuing time with people. It's a bit busier in the city, even though Perth is a big country town, it's still not quite the same. I'm still missing those crystal clear waters and white sand.
And I know you're in the Air Force. How did you get in the Air Force?
I think I watched too much Jag as a kid, the old 90s show. I think it's probably also where I decided I wanted to be a lawyer. And so I always wanted to be in defence, and my granddad was in defence. He served and he passed away from war-related injuries when my mum was very young. And so he was this kind of big role model that we never actually met, but this standard that we had to live up to, that he was this giant for his family.
So focusing on women across the world, and specifically for those that inspire us as Aboriginal women, can you give us some insights into who inspires you?
Yeah, I think I always am inspired by people at that kind of grassroots level that are really close connections, that you get to see the impact that they're having on other young women in particular. And Aunty Glenda Kicker is a huge one of those who just selflessly continues to dedicate her time to so many causes and has really invested in my own development and in my little sister's development. And I don't know where she finds the energy and the passion, but she's always there, whether it's, you know, a sausage sizzle in NAIDOC week, turning the sausages, or, you know, emceeing as, you know, chair at the NAIDOC week grand ball. She's always there, but either on the stage or behind the scenes making things happen, and her passion and her drive and the way she just pulls things together from nothing, you know, some of those programs have very little funding and she just makes the magic happen, and, you know, never expects sort of that recognition or anything in return. She's just a very selfless, giving woman, and I think that's something that really is to be admired.
What does investing in a woman, an Aboriginal woman, look like for us?
I think it's a really interesting topic actually, because it's probably something that people have a lot of preconceptions about. It might not be something that people are very familiar with, and mentoring can be challenging at the best of times. And so I think giving us a space to kind of say what works for us and be flexible and adaptable, and I think really taking on that view that you can learn from Aboriginal women. So you can be a mentor in a professional sense and you can have the world of professional experience, but young Aboriginal women come from a whole different skill set and a whole different sort of view on the world. And there's really that two-way learning. And I think when you embrace that and get that you're just going to both be learning along the way, that's when the magic happens.
In your experience, in work, in personal, how do women, Aboriginal women, change communities?
They're always there just making things happen. I think they're the women encouraging you to do things. They're the women holding you accountable. They're making you get up and get the job done. I think we all know those strong Aboriginal women who you'd rather put yourself out there and do something terrifying than face their ire. And so they're those strong, spirited women that are just the backbone of the community. They make things happen and they drive us forward.